disappointed. I really am disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you two checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made $230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on.
I think you got me right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah.
6 apartment buildings, stating that they are all his properties with no partners involved.
I mean, Floyd, like we got issues over here. He's still the best fighter out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
You think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight. It's been 2 years.
I find that one unique aspect of this case that I think is different than many others that I see on a regular basis is the extent to which this happened in front of children old enough to understand what's happening. These were not infants. These were children in the report listed as 11 and 9 years old. To the extent that...
What if money isn't as financially secure as people believe? Floyd Mayweather Jr. built his image on extreme wealth, piles of cash, luxury cars, expensive watches, and private jets. For years, this flashy lifestyle shaped his public identity. Recently, claims said to come from his former accountant have surfaced, suggesting his financial empire may not be as solid as it appears. If true, these allegations could raise serious doubts about the long-term strength of his fortune. For now, fans are debating whether this points to real problems or just another part of Mayweather's story.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
For years, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has been surrounded by rumors, including legal troubles, tax concerns, and risky financial ventures. These claims have continued over time, raising questions about possible consequences. Recently, documents reportedly tied to his finances have brought the issue back into focus. Reports suggest they reveal a picture far less glamorous than his public image. As this information spreads online, fans are debating what his wealth actually looks like behind the scenes.
And everybody in the crypto world is competing with one another. Whereas I feel like everybody should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in myself.
Let's look at how a boxer once considered among the richest in the sport could go from leading the money team to possibly facing financial pressure. Floyd Mayweather Jr. built his reputation on an undefeated record and the huge wealth he earned. However, recent discussions about his finances are raising doubts about whether that image shows the full picture. If true, his biggest problems may come from decisions made outside the ring, not inside it.
I really am disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you two checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made $230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on.
Reports suggest the story began with a leak from Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s former accountant, who once handled his finances. According to these claims, recent banking details raise concerns about his current financial condition. The fighter, once believed to be near billionaire status, may now be facing pressure despite earning around $300 million from his fight with Conor McGregor. If true, it would signal a major shift for one of boxing's biggest names.
chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5". Some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out. Up top, every planet.
Statements from Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s former accountant suggest his finances may not be as stable as expected. Records reportedly show overdrafts, unpaid bills, and possible IRS issues. The claims also mention unpaid staff, pending taxes, and disputes with former business partners. Online rumors add that he has been traveling between Dubai and New York, possibly linked to legal matters. For now, these reports remain unverified.
You have a person with 20 million followers, but may not have 20 million in their bank account. So I choose fortune over fame.
Could you explain everything that's happened with the taxes over the last couple of days? Can you give us your side of the story?
Oh yeah. When I was on the stage tonight, if you guys didn't see, from my Pacquiao fight, never even cashed a check. Still have 100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything, and everything is okay. I still got my.
To be fair, Floyd Mayweather Jr. made a huge amount of money during his career. He retired undefeated, dominated pay-per-view, and became one of the highest-paid athletes ever, earning hundreds of millions from major fights and his brand. However, making money and keeping it are very different challenges. According to recent discussions, Mayweather was great at earning, but managing and protecting that wealth over time may have been much harder.
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million, dude?
You're the first to see it.
That's insane. That
1.8 is high. 18 life.
Happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
That is sick, dude.
But you gotta show him when you say no.
Money green.
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. One of one piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
It's a one of one. I love that.
Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s lifestyle wasn't just luxurious. It was on another level. His spending was massive, creating an image of extreme extravagance. Reports often mention a car collection worth around $30 million, with many vehicles kept for display, stored across different states and even countries. His spending went beyond cars. Mayweather also owned multiple private jets, each with high maintenance and running costs. Managing assets like these added even more expense to the larger-than-life lifestyle that defined his public image.
Time to go. Let's go. Today, I have 2 different colors. Check it out. Go down here. Look at the color up top. Time me to go big. Time me to dream big. See you guys in LA.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. reportedly owned multiple private jets, with one sometimes used for his team and another for himself. While extremely costly to maintain, they reinforced his luxury image. He also wore high-value watches, including one said to be worth $18 million and covered in diamonds, mainly to showcase wealth and status rather than for investment purposes. Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s daily life was reportedly very expensive, with estimates suggesting monthly spending could exceed $1 million. This included private chefs available around the clock, high-stakes gambling in Las Vegas, luxury nights out, designer shopping, and a full team managing his affairs. His spending stories became part of his public image. He was also said to travel with up to $1 million in cash in a single bag and reportedly never wore the same sneakers twice, showing the scale of his lifestyle. While many top athletes focus on long-term investments like real estate, startups, or growing businesses, Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s public image has often highlighted a different approach. Much of his spending appeared focused on projecting wealth and status. Luxury jewelry, diamond accessories, gold chains, and a carefully managed online presence became central to that persona. On social media, he regularly displayed these symbols of success, reinforcing an image built around extravagance and financial dominance.
All four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
A major concern arose when Floyd Mayweather Jr. claimed he owned 62 Manhattan properties worth about $42 million. On closer review, questions were raised about how accurate this claim really was, the size of the portfolio, and the difficulty of verifying ownership in such an expensive real estate market led to debate about how much of it was actually true.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
And I'm pointing like this because all of them. We're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. You know what I'm doing? All this money made. No partners. All by myself. Over 1,000 apartments. I'm just getting started.
Mayweather mentioned this figure in interviews, presenting himself as a major real estate player with a large property portfolio. However, when journalists and investigators examined the claim, they reportedly found little evidence to support it. Public records and available documents did not confirm ownership of anywhere near that many Manhattan properties. As a result, the statement faced widespread skepticism, with many questioning whether the number was exaggerated to strengthen his lavish public image.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
It later appeared that the real estate claim may have been driven more by publicity than a genuine investment portfolio. Reports suggest the statement drew additional scrutiny and may have led to further legal attention for Floyd Mayweather Jr. after that. Authorities, including the IRS, reportedly began examining his financial records more closely, sparking debate about the true state of his business dealings and money management.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
Recent reports suggest the $42 million property claim may have been aimed at enhancing Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s image of wealth. Some observers believe it was meant to divert attention from tax concerns, cryptocurrency activities, and other business matters. If true, the statement may have backfired, attracting even more scrutiny from investigators and regulators.
How much money could you reasonably walk out of this fight with?
350 million.
$350 million.
Yes.
Wow. I know you love money, right? I mean,
it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool.
What do you do with all this money?
You know, cash is king.
Do you have an ATM card?
I'm the human ATM.
Remember the widely reported $300 million payday Floyd Mayweather Jr. earned from his fight with Conor McGregor? At the time, it was described as one of the largest single-night earnings in sports history. Years ago, Chael Sonnen questioned whether that figure was fully accurate. Now, with renewed discussion and documents circulating, some observers believe those doubts may have been valid, leading people to reconsider whether the $300 million truly represents the complete financial picture of the fight.
You'll see reports. You mentioned $100 million for Floyd. The reports are 130. First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight, not even remotely close. But there's reports of 130. Wow. There's reports online that Floyd's a billionaire. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete in this year and this year and this, over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is. And there's public companies they do business with. HBO would be one of them. Find an executive to back the claim. It's never happened and it won't be.
And how do you know it's bullshit?
He makes very good money because I know the fight business. I've been in the fight business my whole life.
Recent financial discussions suggest Floyd Mayweather Jr. may have taken home far less than the widely reported $300 million from his fight with Conor McGregor. While the event generated massive pay-per-view revenue, major deductions, such as payments to Showtime, promoters, operational costs, and taxes, would have significantly reduced the final amount. Some estimates suggest he may have ultimately kept closer to $100 million, or possibly even less. If true, the $300 million figure represents total revenue, not the actual money that reached his personal accounts.
How does that guy not pay taxes? How do the people around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen. He apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read like
that's BS.
Something.
That is
that
BS.
They said something.
Time
like
out.
That.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds? You know that's happening.
You would certainly think so. By the way, they announced. I'll get your calls in a second. They did announce the pricing for Mayweather McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go. So it's exactly what the Mayweather Pacquiao fight was. $100 pay-per-view.
Reports suggest that Floyd Mayweather Jr. had outstanding taxes dating back to 2015, and he reportedly requested extra time from the IRS to delay payment until after his fight with Conor McGregor, if accurate. This means financial pressure existed even before the bout. The McGregor fight may not have been just his biggest payday. It could also have helped address existing obligations and stabilize his finances at the time.
He was boxing him up. Yeah, he caught Floyd a couple times, some little shots, boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. But he was holding on quite a bit and wouldn't let go and was trying to hold and clinch and hit, which is something like right here, which is something you can do in MMA. And so Kenny Bayless gets tired of him not listening and not letting go, and he pushes him off and he says, that's it. So he goes crazy and gets away from Kenny Bayless and just starts wailing punches at Floyd. And so then there's fights in the ring, and then there's fights outside the ring, and there's all this cell phone footage of people brawling and sucker punching each other. And he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing. He don't need any money. Yeah, but he don't need any.
Are you sure?
Reports suggest Floyd Mayweather Jr. had unpaid taxes from 2015 and may have delayed payment until after the McGregor fight. If true, it means he had financial pressure before the bout, and the fight may have helped cover debts and stabilize his finances.
If Floyd Mayweather step away from the sport and say he retired, and then I do exhibitions and I do other things, or he's hurting for money. Look, I got a lot of problems. Money ain't one of my problems.
For many observers, the focus isn't just on how much Floyd Mayweather Jr. earned, but how he managed his money. He built a brand around luxury, confidence, and an extravagant public image. Critics argue he prioritized maintaining that persona over long-term financial stability, unlike athletes who invest for the future. Reports suggest his approach involved flashy spending, gambling, and bold wealth claims, which may have limited long-term growth. Because of this, rumors now claim he could be under financial pressure. Some unverified accounts even mention an inspection of one of his private jets, allegedly finding concerning items, adding more speculation to ongoing discussions about his finances and lifestyle. According to the same reports, the situation allegedly extended beyond luxury items or travel gear. The materials found were described as more serious, raising possible legal and regulatory concerns for Floyd Mayweather Jr. Sources suggest these findings could indicate deeper issues behind the scenes and may draw attention from investigators. If true, the consequences could go beyond spending habits and lead to legal trouble. However, these details remain unverified, and the full story has not been confirmed. Reports suggest the alleged aircraft raid was part of a broader investigation into Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s financial network, not just items found on board. It is claimed the probe may relate to deeper concerns about his business structure. His former accountant also alleges that available cash in his accounts could be very low, reportedly under $10,000, while more than $30 million may be tied up in legal disputes and contracts. These claims remain unverified, but have sparked debate about his financial situation.
Why has it always come to money?
Why not? I mean, everything you got on costs money. Everything you do costs money. You can't take your wife on a date for free.
Is that how you measure your success?
No. Me, I'm loyal and honest. And I'm a good person. And I call a spade a spade. Money don't make me, I make money. And without money, I'd be the same person. I fought so many fights for free.
You're getting emotional now.
No, not at all. No, I'm thinking. You know, I'm always thinking. How can I get better? How can our company grow? How can I continue to teach people around me how to fish? And I don't want to fish for them.
Many of the properties Mayweather once claimed to own, from Las Vegas to New York City, are reportedly under scrutiny. Some discussions suggest certain holdings may not have been fully owned as originally described, and could instead involve financing arrangements, shared ownership, or promotional framing. Investigators and financial analysts are reportedly trying to confirm which assets genuinely belong to Floyd Mayweather Jr. and their actual value, as part of a broader effort to understand his finances.
I don't know what's happening. What really happened, and why is Romania going after him? Are they being pressured by someone else to do this? What is the reason why they're doing it? And what do they have on him? I don't know.
Nobody knows. A lot of people are acting like they know. If you go read it, everybody saying he got busted because of the pizza box, and then the authorities like that had nothing to do with it.
No, they knew he was in Romania. You know, if he really did sex traffic people, if he really did all the things he's saying, I hope that gets proven in court, and I hope he gets punished if he really did that. If he didn't do that, I hope he gets exonerated, and I hope he gets the fuck out of Romania. I don't know what he did.
So far, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has not publicly responded to these claims. His social media still shows training clips, luxury watches, and highlights from past fights, keeping up the image of being undefeated in and out of the ring. Behind the scenes, however, some insiders suggest a different situation, including financial pressure, efforts to stabilize accounts, and possible attempts to sell assets in places like Dubai. These reports remain unverified, but continue to fuel speculation about what may be happening privately.
If you make
100,000, you have to put 50,000 up. If you make 100 million, you have to put 50 million up. You have to save money for a rainy day.
Put it into something else.
You always have to put half up, always, no matter what you, even if you are just a regular 9-to-5 blue collar worker, always put half up and it'll be greater later.
And then what do you do with the other half? You invest it yourself in your business?
You have to live. You have to enjoy yourself when you make money.
The nickname Money once represented unlimited wealth. But reports from his former accountant suggest Floyd Mayweather Jr. may be facing a different reality. Years of heavy spending, risky decisions, and poor money management could have put pressure on his finances. For a fighter who dominated boxing for decades, it's a reminder that success in the ring doesn't always mean stability outside it.